2, 1.
Let the games begin. In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
Unmute that. There we go. Yes. StreamYard. StreamYard. You are going to be the bane of my existence right here, so we'll not unmute. But there we go. So, hey, everybody, welcome to Movies Merica Live. I know, I'm sure you want to hear all about my StreamYard issues there. Not. But today we will be talking about The Campaign. Yes, and I chose this movie for this week for what I'm sure is an obvious reason. We've got an election going on this Tuesday there for the county commissioner of livestock. Oh, no, the president of the United States. That's what it is. My bad right there. But, yeah, so I wanted to talk about that here, or talk about this movie here, since it is, related to our current events and all that stuff right there. But real quick, I want to also welcome my movie maniacs and, of course, my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. You know who you are. And then also all the garbage that is out there, okay? So, because apparently we're all garbage now here. A reliable source informed me this over this past week that I am garbage and we are all garbage. Or, all the people that chose Trump or voted Trump or support Trump, we're all garbage right here. So don your favorite glad bags and maybe hop in a garbage truck, or a la Donald Trump right there. And, enjoy this episode as we go over The Campaign. Yes, we're going to get crazy. We're going to get wild as we go over this movie there. So, but real quick, just want to remind you that you guys can get in the live chat here. As I see, we've got my man. Hey, I'm Sean Cab here listening to the show right there. Love that right there. And we've got, Staff Sergeant Asshole going up onto here as well. So bringing in some military gravitas, some military cachet to the proceedings right there. So always going to have military representation here in the show right there. It just makes it more compelling, and it just ups the T level of this show by at least a factor of 10 right there. So absolutely. And we got my man Lindy Rigg 87 coming into the show right there. And man, I love it. We got the otter, the hairy otter is coming on in here right there. And I'm going to drink to that. Oh, yeah. And grab your beverages, everybody. Grab it on in here. So that's not only allowed at Movies Merica Live headquarters, it's encouraged, all right? And pretty soon, it's going to be mandatory. Yes, we're going to make like the New York Animal Control Department. We're going to mandate that you drink and drink heavily during this show, because this show is all about regulation. Love it. All right. So, and Staff Sergeant Hassel, maybe just T+5 right there. So you're selling yourself short there, my good man, right there. So I'm sure, you're like, some, Gunnery Sergeant Thomas Highway from Heartbreak Ridge. He basically pisses razor blades and he bangs more quiff than everybody. Yeah. Staff Sergeant, Gunnery Sergeant Thomas Highway right there. Exactly. Mr. I'll make life takers and heartbreakers out of them, sir. There we go. Now I'm just making myself want to watch Heartbreak Ridge after this right there. So classic movie. But yeah, let's get into some campaign. Why don't we? Okay, because this is a topical movie here because it deals with not a presidential campaign, but a congressional campaign in North Carolina. And you've got Will Ferrell playing Cam Brady, and then you've got Zach Galifianakis playing Marty Huggins. And basically the plot is you've got Will Ferrell playing this corrupt, just sleazy, skeezy congressman, excuse me. And he's always running unopposed because he's always kicking all the other nominees' asses and whatnot in the election. So it's like no one in this county or this area wants to run against him or this district. Okay, so and plus probably it's probably a blood red district. So they're like, well, we got this familiar face, Cam Brady, running for the Republican ticket. Why would we have somebody else run against him, right? Particularly Democrats and that kind of thing. So there's Cam Brady, that's Will Ferrell. Okay. Got Zach Galifianakis. And at this time, when this movie came out in 2012, he was still riding high on his success from The Hangover and that kind of thing. So he was just getting all kinds of roles and that kind of thing. He got the role that lame due date movie with Robert Downey Jr. That came out around this time as well. Some other stuff. But again, this is the time. This is the height of Zach Galifianakis' powers. Now he's whatever. He's just staying quiet, hanging out. With him and his two ferns, right? So at this point, but so they go up against each other because I got some powers that aren't too impressed with Will Ferrell's Cam Brady character. So they bring in Zach Galifianakis' Marty Huggins character to run against them, and that's just fuel for the fire for having this wacky, campaign, the two campaigns going up against each other, mano y mano, and they're trying to beat each other at kissing the babies and going to the most rallies and that kind of thing, and who can come up with the nastiest campaign commercials, against each other, because no matter what people say, they're always like, I don't like that negative campaign ads. I'm sick of all the negativity. Well, you know why they put negative campaigns out? Because every single time they do a poll or a focus group, you guys say those work. Okay, so yeah, until you stop reacting positively, there we go, positively to the negative campaign ads, they're going to keep running them. All right, so you're going to keep having, Congressman Smith, I think he's part of Al Qaeda. No, maybe it's ISIS. Maybe it's both. Congressman Smith, can you deny these rumors of you being part of the jihad? If you don't say anything, we're going to assume you're guilty. Like all these naturally or all these negative ads and that kind of thing. So, and then everyone's like, I don't like the negative ads. Again, if they weren't successful, they wouldn't run them. But so really the plot of this movie is that, they've got this highly effeminate character, Marty Huggins, going up against, like the typical high T-level macho man, American patriot, Republican candidate of Cam Brady, played by Will Ferrell. And that's just the plot device that they needed to come up with all kinds of crazy, zany hijinks for the campaign here. So that's the plot. I'm not going to go into the plot any more than that, really, on this episode of Movies Merica Live right there. But again, hey, just let me check the live chat right here, make sure I don't miss anybody. And we've got everybody in here talking about the campaign, and I'm going to drink to everybody here in the live chat right there. So get it going on. Down them, boys. No, don't down them, boys. Like the white dudes for Harris would take that phrase. Don't do that. Don't do that. So we don't want that anymore. We don't want too much estrogen in here. So of course, whenever I see like a post from the white dudes for Harris on social media whatsoever, I just feel my T levels going down by like 3. So I just gotta I switch off those posts real quick. I'm like, get away there, white dudes for Harris ads and posts and all that shit. So got to get away from those. So gots to kibosh those things right there. But I got to warn you about this movie, The Campaign. It is obviously an outlet for vengeful comedic catharsis for the leftist that made this movie, pretty much to cope with Republicans getting in their heads. It's a childish Hollywood move, like a little boy getting mad at his sister for stealing his Legos, and then him drawing a crayon picture of her with crap on her head. But enough about what I did last Tuesday, okay? I've been punished enough getting my afternoon pudding taken away from me for 2 weeks, okay? So just don't guilt trip me about drawing a picture of my sister with a turd on her head just because she stole my Legos. All right, so enough of that. All right, I can feel you live chat. I can feel your stare live chat, staring at me with with those judgmental eyes live chat. I will not have it. I will not have it, okay? I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on right here, okay? But the decision to have both the moronic characters in this movie be Republican candidates wasn't by accident, trust me, okay? And then they've got those characters in this movie, the Motch Brothers, and the Motch Brothers in this is their apparent shot at the Koch brothers, who were financial players politically back in 2012. Not so much anymore since they're not exactly sending Valentine's Day cards to Donald Trump. Well, David Koch, one of the Koch brothers, he isn't sending anything to anybody anymore. Okay, he went to the big old investment firm in the sky in 2019. Okay, so now I'm being charitable, assuming that he went. Okay. But, and then you got Zach Galifianakis, again, who plays Marty Huggins in this. He even said in a New York Daily News article that he thought the Koch brothers were creepy, okay? And that's because everyone, there was multiple articles or multiple reports in this movie where people were like, all right, we know the Motch brothers are your shot across the bow at the Koch brothers, okay? Because, again, remember, in 2012, the Koch brothers were like a big thing, right? Like, they were like demonized, okay? They were like Satan and Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees, all wrapped up in the two for all the Democrats. There was no bigger enemy to the Democrats than the Koch brothers. Because remember, this is way before Donald Trump even mentioned anything about running for president. I mean, this is still at the time where Donald Trump was, still getting mentioned in rap videos or rap lyrics, and probably hanging out with Hillary Clinton and whatever, just hanging out with celebrities and that kind of thing. So back when he was not, persona non grata like he is now. Okay, so back then it was like the Koch brothers and W. Bush and all that. Now, of course, it's kind of ironic that the Democrats, they're like, kissing, George W. Bush's ass cheeks. And then you got the Democrats right now, like, go back like 10 years and how they were talking about Dick Cheney, like Dick Cheney is Satan incarnate. He wants to go to war with everybody. Oh my God, he wants to kill all the brown people just because he wants to make more money for Halliburton. Now it's one big love fest with the Democrat Party for Dick Cheney. They can't get enough of Dick Cheney on the Democrat side right now. They're probably handing out Dick Cheney plushies at the DNC, or they did at the DNC. Okay, they're probably at Commodore rallies. They're probably handing out those Dick Cheney plushies there right now. If there's one immutable truth about today's politics, it's that the Democrat Party loves themselves some Dick Cheney. And then, of course, his half-wit daughter, Liz Cheney, as well. So, but the writers, so back to the campaign. So the writers of the campaign, they put out a screenplay that plays on every Democrat's fantastical vision of what all Republicans are, racist, greedy, America hating, two-faced, narcissistic people, who all have a library in their house with big leather chairs and a fireplace where they sip brandy while conniving about how to screw over all those non-whites. Okay, I mean, all us people that would consider ourselves conservatives. Of course, we all have that library in our house, right? We all have that library with all the books on the shelves, and we all have the big old thick like leather-bound chairs, and we're just smoking pipes with our smokers jackets on, and our big goblet of brandy and all that stuff, and we're like, those colored people are really a problem. Like, isn't that what all us conservatives are? Well, that's what we are in the minds of Democrats, because it's so much simpler to live life creating caricatures of people that you don't agree with right there. It's so much easier to do that. But I mean, that's why this movie is catnip to angry militant leftists everywhere. Okay, the ignorance by the writers of this movie is pretty in your face. Okay, I mean, if you've seen this movie, you remember that. If you haven't seen this movie and you watch it, that'll be very apparent. Okay, so think about this: politicians that screw around, Bill Clinton, John Edwards, Anthony Weiner, all Democrats. Politicians that have gotten DUIs, Tim Walz, Democrat. Okay, I mean, there's one other guy that I can't remember here at this point. He's a Democrat, Tim Walz. Shameless pandering like you see in the campaign. Hillary Clinton, I ain't remember ever being this tired, as she's, spoke in front of a black audience or whatever it was, right? Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, all pandering out of their ass. All Democrats, right? Now, this isn't to say that Republicans don't pull this shit too, right? They certainly do. But to portray like one political party, the one the writers and the directors happen to like, what a coincidence, is flawless, is pretty damn rich. Okay, it's comedy pretending that there's one political party out there, and in this case of this movie, the Democrats, is flawless, pure as a driven snow. They never do anything wrong. They're the bastion of morality and ethics and whatnot. It's comedic, and it's just damn insulting right there. That is for sure. So, but love it right there. But, that's like my opening thoughts on the campaign right there. So, but real quick here, just to switch it up, I need to let you guys know about a fantastic spot that you guys need to go to. And that, of course, is our tdpn.locals.com, our website that you see right up above there. There you go. Okay, careful, Van, where you put that finger. So that is our website for Till Death Podcast Network, where we have all our great content, like videos and blogs and articles all about movies and entertainment and politics and hot button topics of the day, that kind of thing. So everything that everyone's talking about right now, you're going to check out at tdpn.locals.com. And as you see down below, we're making it even sweeter. As you see down below, all you got to do is when you go to the tdpn.locals.com website, put in promo code TDPN, and you get 1 free month membership to the site. Okay, you get 100% all access VIP treatment. Okay, where you're going to get a back massage, and you're gonna have like hot chicks like fanning you with fern leaves, and you're gonna get manicures and free drinks. Am I overselling that? I'm overselling that, aren't I? I'm really overselling that. Okay, I gotta stop. Let me just put it this way: you'll get all access, free access to everything on the website. There we go. That's more realistic. So apologize for that. I tend to go overboard sometimes, so it's my weakness. But and then after that 1 free month, it's just a measly $3 minimum, and then again, you're going to continue to get free access to all the stuff, VIP access after that right there. So get there, check it out now. Gots to do it. All right. And then real quick here, while it's top of mind for me, hit that like button there if you would. Okay, if you're liking what you're watching right now, hit that like button, even if you're mildly liking it, okay? So if you're not massively liking the show, but you're just mildly liking it, well, go ahead and hit that like button down there if you would, okay? So there you go. And it costs you absolutely nothing to do that, all right? And then if you haven't already, hit that subscribe or follow button down there as well, okay? Because trust me, you may not hear it, but I trust me, it's calling to you. It's trying to send out mental signals to you to hit that subscribe or follow button if you haven't already, all right? And then also while you're down there hitting buttons, all right? And I didn't mean to make that sound pornographic. Hit that notification bell down there as well, okay? If you haven't already. Again, if you hit it right now and you already have, and that's not pornographic as well, then you'll unnotify yourself. So don't do that. But and then also right now, if you're not watching it live, if you happen to be watching this, later on down the road, you're watching the recording of this. Well, first up, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for watching. All right. Recommend this to a friend. And also get in the comments down below and let me know what you think of this episode. All right. Give me constructive criticism. All right. I'm not delicate. I'm not fragile like the white dudes for Harris. All right. I can take criticism. All right. I know I don't do everything perfect, only 99.9% perfect, but not everything perfect. Right. Or if you want to, just flatter the hell out of me in the comments, you can definitely do that as well. But the comments are down there for your usage. So there you go. They're calling to you as well. Take advantage of them right there. All right. So let's continue on with the rest of what I want to say about this here movie, The Campaign here. Oh, real quick. And again, get in the live chat. So if you're doing what we call lurking, which is you're just watching the show and you're not in the middle of something else, like you're not making cinnamon rolls with your grandma, you're not behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler, you're not making some shelves, and you're basically, your hands are free, okay? But if you're watching the movie, maybe you're doing that too. But you're watching this episode and your hands are free, but all you're doing is watching, you're not live chatting. We call that lurking, okay? And God bless you, you sweet summer children, for doing that. God bless you. But go that extra mile and get in the live chat right on down there and just say hi, okay? I'm not expecting a Gettysburg Address, okay? You don't have to, what you put it down there doesn't have to start with 4 years and 3 scores ago, or whatever that fucking thing is. You don't have to go that far. Just put a thumbs up down there or say hi or whatever, okay? And you're good to go to get in the live chat right there. And you might meet some fine people, some very fine people on both sides in the live chat, all right? So check it out. Get in the live chat on Rumble or YouTube, if you would. That'd be fantastic. All right, let's move on with some more of The Campaign right there. And so Will Ferrell, let's talk about Will Ferrell in this movie. So he basically combines his Saturday Night Live George W. Bush impression with his Ron Burgundy for his Cam Brady character in this. He's hornier than a horned frog at a Cherry Poppin' Daddies concert and dumber than someone that would actually go see the Cherry Poppin' Daddies nowadays, all right? While pretending to be uber patriotic and a God-fearing, faithful family man. In truth, it is really not that far off from what most politicians actually are today, if we're being honest right there. People can criticize what politicians do to appeal to voters, but really, I mean, let's be honest right now. Let's take the veil off. Really, we should blame ourselves, okay? Because politicians wouldn't do all those moves that we criticize if that didn't work and make you scurry to the ballot box to vote for them. Until the voters stop screaming, "She uses hot sauce just like I do. I'm voting for her." Or, "He kissed my baby right after taking one bite out of a corn dog at the state fair. He wants to start 27 new wars, but I don't care. I'm voting for him." All right. Until voters start voting based on at least some light research about policies, guess what? Okay. Congressman Jerkwater is going to smooch your baby. All right. And until that stops working, that's exactly what they're going to do. So, maybe cast that laser focused, intense judgment inwards. Okay. And stop falling for, that, "Oh my God, Congressman Jenkins' wife, she gave me a nice friendly look, when we went to her rally. So I'm going to vote for her." That's the stupidest stupidest ass reason I can think of to vote for somebody. All right. So, like, be an adult, do a little research on what their policies are. You can go to a place like Ballotpedia. Okay. Very easy. And you can basically look and see, like, oh, this is their platform. They believe in this. They believe in this. They believe in this. They don't believe in this. They don't believe in this. And you can make an informed decision, something better than, oh my God, I saw them at the state fair. They were eating some French fried Snickers bars out there. Oh, that's why I'm going to vote for them. Like, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Okay, so don't do it. All right. But I mean, again, that's what they're going to keep doing. All right. And again, like I said, Congressman Jerkwater is going to keep kissing your baby if until you prove to them that all those tactics don't work right there. Now, I talked about Will Ferrell in this movie. We got Zach Galifianakis. He plays Marty Huggins, like I mentioned before. And he plays Marty Huggins as a super effeminate man that actually would probably piss off a lot of people if this movie came out nowadays. Okay, a lot of people would be like, oh my God, he's playing into gay stereotypes with his effeminate voice and all that. They would be pissed off about it nowadays. Okay, so but I guess back in 2012, another election year, that was allowed. Hollywood would not think that's kosher nowadays, right there. So they would frown upon that, or they would just think that he is a proud member of the White Dudes for Harris there. So now, if it weren't for Marty's wife and kids, you'd think he has monkeypox in his future, the way that he carries himself in this movie. But, well, I should amend that or correct that. Actually, nowadays, a wife and kids doesn't really mean anything in this situation either. I mean, look at Paul Pelosi. But, Marty is a good-natured, clumsy, dumbass, small-town guy who runs a tourism business for tours around his little North Carolina town. So it's a very small North Carolina town. So I don't know how he makes enough money at giving tours about, around this little North Carolina town. But, hey, don't ask questions, right? And so Marty, he gets asked by his dad, a rich political donor played by Brian Cox, who nowadays is best known for playing, what's his name? Not Kendall Roy, Logan Roy. Yeah, Logan Roy, I think, on Succession, when Succession was still on. So he played Logan Roy on that show. That's what he's most known for now. But back in 2012, he played this Russell Huggins or whatever his name is, Raymond Huggins, that's his name, in this movie. He's Marty Huggins' dad. And so he plays like this rich political donor. And so he gets asked, he asks his son, Marty Huggins, on behalf of the Motch Brothers to run against Will Ferrell's Cam Brady character. And the reason they do that is because Cam Brady's scandals are ruining him as a politician that the Motch Brothers can use. Okay, so, and this sets up a Cam Brady versus Marty Huggins showdown for the congressional seat. So, like in most real-life elections, may the least of the dumbasses win. Okay, so that's how this movie pretty much goes down right there. It's basically a dance of the tards, and the least of the tards will actually win the election right there. Okay, well, I think it's time to switch things up here, everybody, and get down with a little beer ski over here. And that time is brew review time. All right, let me introduce you to today's brew, and that is a little Three Nations Brewing right there. That is their Haze Wizard. That's their IPA. And Three Nations, that is in Anna, Texas. Okay. And so we got a little Texas brew going on here. Let me get a little bit of, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Little artwork. They tried. It's not the best artwork on a beer, on a beer can, but they tried. God bless them right here. But again, like it's an IPA, it's an India Pale Ale, and it's a hazy IPA. And I think it's got like 7.5% alcohol by volume to this thing. And it's got some pretty stimulant hops in this bad boy here. So again, now IPAs, I always warn everybody, if you're not like a bitter beer fan, then yeah, you probably want to stay away from this because it's an IPA. Now it's not a double IPA; those are really bitter. Okay, those are very high on the IBU scale. The International Bitterness Units is what that stands for right here. But this is not quite as high in IBU as the double IPA. This is a single IPA right here. But I mean, I don't mind IPAs. Sometimes you just want a good departure from your typical pilsners and lagers, which are the most famous beers or the beers that most people drink nowadays. Okay, but if you want a departure from that, if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous and you want to try something different, go with an IPA or a double IPA or a porter or a stout or a barley wine or whatever. Okay, so some more exotic beers, beer types, that kind of thing. So, but this is pretty good. It's not the best IPA I've ever had. It's not the beer that's going to make Texas the most proud there. So I would put like Deep Ellum Brewing. That's probably one of my favorites, or not probably. It is definitely one of my favorite Texas brewers here. But you know what? God bless them again. They try here. But so you're probably not going to be able to get your hands on this like wherever you live. You're probably going to have to go somewhere like GoPuff.com or Uber Eats. Uber Eats delivers. Yeah, I guess that's right. Delivers booze. There we go. Learn how to talk, Van, nowadays. So GoPuff.com, Drizzly.com. Uber Eats bought one of those. I don't remember if Uber Eats bought Drizzly.com or Uber Eats. Let me try that again. GoPuff.com or Drizzly. They bought one of those two. Uber Eats, that is, right there. But so just want to give you some different ways that you could get your hands on this if you are so inclined. But apparently I need to stop talking about this and actually drink a little bit of this. So here we go. All right. So yeah, a little Haze Wizard right there. So first time I've ever picked this up here, I believe. But you could do a whole lot worse than a little Haze Wizard. But with that, everybody, that has been Brew Review Time. All right. So let me tell you real quick here about some sweet, sweet merch like these T-shirts that you see here on the side that you can get your hands on right there. Like you see up there at the top left there, you can get yourself a pretty hellaciously cool Movies Merica T-shirt right there. I like the fact they put these all in black. I'm like, I'm a black T-shirt kind of guy, apparently, as you're watching me here on screen right there. And so, yeah, get your hands on those. And the best way to get your hands on those is down in the description. Click on the merch link right there. And we don't just have T-shirts available for you down there. We got more than that. You can get yourself a Movies Merica shot glass. Pardon me. Or Movies Merica, some Movies Merica yoga pants, Movies Merica phone case, that kind of thing. All right. So you got a little bit of everything. And, you got Christmas, you got Kwanzaa, you got Festivus, you got Hanukkah coming up here. Okay. So it'll be here before you know it. I was just at Walmart, yesterday. Christmas stuff out there already all over the place. You're walking around. You got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You got Frosty. You got Santa Claus. All right, they try to fit some Jesus in there somewhere. That kind of thing. So, it's getting really close to the season. Unfortunately, I had to hear, the Mariah Carey "All I Want for Christmas Is You" yesterday in some other store I was in. So, usually when I hear that for the first time in a year, that tells me, oh God. Well, I should say, let me rephrase. I'm glad it's Christmas season. I like that. Oh, God, I have to hear that Mariah Carey song more times than I want. And by that, I mean, I have to hear it once. That's one time too many there. But all that to say is, yeah, get yourself some Movies Merica merch for your loved ones for Christmas or Hanukkah or Festivus or whatever. Okay, Kwanzaa. And again, we're making it very easy for you. Just click on that merch link down in the description right down there. And get that done. Get it done right there. All right. So, all right. How about some random thoughts? But real quick here, let me check the comments here and make sure I'm not missing anybody. And hey, yes, we've got we've got some good activity going on in here. So Asian X6 is coming in here and bringing the thunder right there. Yes, saying hi to everybody in here, and gotta love it. And Brew Review. Glad it's not a shoe review. Yeah, it's yeah, shoes. I could. I should do that one of these days. Like, if I'm like really feeling like really messed up, I've got. I'm like most dudes. When you've got shoes that really should be thrown out, I don't throw them out. I've got them like in a closet over there. And I've got some really nasty looking shoes. You should see the shoes that I wear when I go walk my dog here, and that's not a euphemism for something else. Okay, and I take my English Bulldog tugboat. I go walk him. And then I'm not going to go walk my dog in good shoes. I'm going to walk him in some really crappy shoes, right? And so the shoes that I go and walk him in, oh man, they're all torn to shit. So I should do like a shoe review one of these days with my shitty dog walking shoes right there. So that's your fault, Unfolding Joker, for putting jacked up ideas in my head like that right there. So in Agent X6, I like the way you think right there. Yes, toasty toast. Get there, get the brews out, everybody. Get out there, all right? Because we got Election Day coming up here in a couple days. Now, hopefully, Election Day isn't going to give us a depressing reason to drink. Hopefully, it's going to give us a celebratory reason to drink, all right there. But just, wet your whistle and drink your way to Election Day like I'm about to right here. Oh, yeah. And speaking of which, before I forget to mention it, because if I leave it for later on, I will forget to mention this here. You got to check out the Whiskey Capitalist podcast, their Election Day coverage on, of course, Tuesday, November 5th. Okay. And check that out. So if you go to, they'll look up like the Whiskey Capitalist podcast on X or Rumble, the Whiskey Capitalist podcast, I'm sure you'll be able to find the links to their Election Day coverage right out there. And if I'm Sean Cav is in the live chat, or if anybody knows in the live chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it starts at 5 Eastern, if I'm correct there. If I'm dead wrong, let me know right there. But don't miss it. They're going to have a cavalcade of guests, including this guy. And you never know. Maybe I might do a shoe review during that, okay? Because we might see some numbers. We might see some information during that show that we're going to want to break from that, and a shoe review with my crappy dog walking shoes might be what the doctor ordered right there. And Agent X6, as he says, Trump, yeah, there you go, everybody. So I know I like to jump around and travel around in a garbage truck nowadays. That's what I like to do right there. And did I freeze up on everybody? Yeah, I bet I did, didn't I? Right there. Yep, I bet I froze up. Yep, there we go. Hopefully, I see him talking just fine on Rumble right there. I froze up on StreamYard here, so we'll see how that works right there. Yep, and I think YouTube I froze up. Anyway, I'm just going to keep on moving on, and hopefully I am not frozen up. But guys, let me know in the live chat if I'm all frozen up for you guys there. Hopefully I am not, but hey, onwards and upwards. All I got to say here. Let me do this real quick. Let me do a little house cleaning. That probably is why I am frozen up. But image froze. Isn't that great? Okay, well, let's see here. Let's try this here. Add to stage. All right, yeah, that didn't really help, did it? Okay, well, let's do this. Let's see here. The show must go on, but image froze. Okay, well, that's not cool. Let's see here. Let's do this. Might be able to do this, and we will get out of that. All right. Bring this up, and let's do that. I have my tricks, everybody. I have my tricks. God bless them. I have my tricks. Okay, there we go. Let's do this, and that is not working. Come on. All right, I'm going to do this real quick here, everybody. Okay. All right. Be right back with you guys, because I want you to be able to see my my handsome chiseled jaw. Come on. Okay. I know, fascinating, everybody. Fascinating. Okay, so let's do this real quick and start the cam. Come on. There we go. Is that better, everybody? Let's see here. I'm going to refresh. All right, so there we go. This is one of the dangers of live streaming right here. So, all right, there we go. I love it. I refresh on Rumble, and now I got to watch their gay commercials on there. So, love it. Just love it. Apparently, they want everybody to upgrade to their Google Premium or Wowie Zowie level or something like that. So, there we go. Now everything's looking better. Yeah, there we go. Gotta love. It was my. I'm gonna so now that I had that problem, now it's time for that great American tradition. Who to blame for this? I'm gonna blame it on my Elgato camera. Right there, those damn Chinese. All right, so let's do this here real quick. I think I was about to go into some random thoughts about this movie, and one of the first random thought I have about the campaign is another massive clue that this movie was written and directed by rabid Democrats is that there's no Fox News used in this. So you know how you watch a political movie and they cut to a bunch of real life news channels, like if you watch the American President or the movie Dave. Okay, they cut to these real life news channels, MSNBC, CNN, ABC, what have you, right? And they have familiar hosts like Chris Matthews and Mika Brzezinski, Joe Scarborough, Wolf Blitzer, all that stuff, right? Well, they have all those people in the campaign as well, but no Fox News. But that's because, remember, to Democrats, Fox News is to be shunned, Dwight Schrute style for sure there. And another random thought I have is, if you want to see what a younger Jill Biden must have been like, you can watch the role of Rose Brady, Cam's prop wife. So remember, Cam Brady is played by Will Ferrell in here, and his prop wife is Rose Brady. And Rose Brady, she busts his balls about not moving up in politics fast enough. She threatens to leave him if he doesn't stop slowing her down in her race to the White House to, at least be the second lady. She's driven. She's ruthless. She's cutthroat. She's shameless. Sound familiar? The only thing they didn't do to the character is give her that worthless doctorate that Jill Biden has that you can wipe your ass with. So that's pretty much just some random thoughts I had about this movie right there. And Staff Sergeant asshole, did you hit reset? I hear that works. Yeah. So no, but I did put some tin foil on the rabbit ears up on top of my Elgato camera right there. And then before that, I climbed up on the roof and put some Christmas decorations up there on the antenna. I hear that works right there. So gotta love it. Ajax 6. Throw a bike at it. There we go. Yes, and the black screen is there, I guess. I apologize for the cultural appropriation that I did during having the black screen up there. But what can I say, man? I'm down with the brothers. All right, I'm down with the cause. There you go. Love it. All right, let's do this here real quick. You know what we should do? Because I know you guys are begging for it, and you guys stop begging for this. You sound sad and pathetic. I know it. I'm about to give you what you want, and that is some Flip City Magazine. That's right. Okay, I want to tell you about Flip City Magazine, which you guys have been just craving for me to talk about. And now to the uninitiated, the people that don't know what Flip City is. So Flip City, what that is a magazine that takes the place of Mad Magazine and Crack. Remember those magazines back in the day where you could pick up a Mad Magazine or a Crack Magazine and you could depend on getting a good giggle, a good laugh, and that kind of thing after, at the end of a bad day, just get some funnies, tickle your funny bone, that kind of thing. Well, not so much anymore with Mad Magazine and Crack Magazine. Okay. Right now, they unfortunately have given themselves over to the woke Borg. Okay, they have been assimilated into the woke Borg, primarily around the time of 2016, because as we all know, around 2016, a certain gentleman who likes to ride around in garbage trucks by the name of Donald J. Trump, assumed the presidency. And he broke a lot of brains, including all the communist converts out of J School that worked at Mad Magazine and Cracked, okay? So they are lost to the woke Borg. But have no fear, everyone. We have a worthy replacement for Mad Magazine and Cracked. And that would be one Flip City Magazine. All right. So, but instead of taking my word for it about Flip City Magazine, we should hear it from them. So here we go.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
All right, everybody. So, yeah, grab yourself some Flip City Magazine. And we are making it very easy for you because all you have to do is down in the description, click on that tantalizing, tempting Flip City link down there and put in promo code MOVIES when you order your Flip City Magazine to get 10%. Let me do that again. 10%. I don't know. What's a percent? Anybody know what a percent is? No, I know what a percent is. So yeah, to get 10% off your order of the best non-woke comic around. Again, you got to, in order to get that, put in promo code MOVIES down there after you click on that link in the description for Flip City. All right. And I got Flip City right here. Okay. So I'm not just, pulling a fast one on it. I got some Flip City right there. Look at that. So sweet. Look at the color on that. Look at it. So sweet and awesome. We got the artwork in there. Okay, look at that. It's so nice to just have something that you can hold in your fingers. No, not that. I'm not talking about holding that in your finger. There you go. No, not that. All right. I'm not Tim Walls. All right. But yeah, Flip City Magazine. Get that. Look at that. Look how cool it is. Get your hands on that, everybody. All right. Get that by clicking on that link in the description for Flip City. Yes, do it. And also let you guys know here that I am going to be having Kitty from Flip City on this Thursday's episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning, as we do a deeper dive, a deeper autopsy on the campaign. But Kitty from Flip City will do me the honor of gracing us with her presence on Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. That's this Thursday night at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and 4 Pacific. Right here. I know. Kitty from Flip City. I can't believe it. All right. And she's going to give us more information about Flip City and that kind of thing. And if you want a little appetizer for Kitty from Flip City, okay, so check her out on Rumble. Okay. So you can go and look up Flip City on Rumble. And I'm sure you'll be able to find her on there to get you a little preview of what you'll see here on Thursday night. Yes, that is what I am talking about. Let's check out the chat right over here and see what the chat's got going on right there, because I feel the action. All right, they're all about the action in the live chat right here. And Channel 2 Action News is he's letting it all out there. Okay, he's being honest with us, and I appreciate your honesty right there. Channel 2 Action News. Apparently, you feel that you're in a safe place with people who love you. That's not true, but thank you for sharing. Sean gave me candy for touching his jeans. Whoa. All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. Right there. We might see some charges being pressed right there. You just never, ever, ever known. All right there. But maybe he's just trying to steal Tim Walz's moves on that there. And I gotta love it. I love it. So see what else we got going on here. So yeah, I love it. I love the fellowship down there in the live chat right there. They're mixing it up, making moves, making stuff happen. That is what I'm talking about right there. All right, so real quick here, just to let you guys know, as I always like to inform you with every movie that I talk about here on Movies Merica Live, is the movie that I'm talking about, is it a woke after school special? Remember those after school specials, those lame after school specials that you saw when you were a kid, warning you about, look out, don't smoke cigarettes in school, all right, or don't drink, okay, and the after school special would be like, Tommy offered me a cigarette. Well, did you take that cigarette there, Billy? I didn't, because I watched an after school special. Thank God. Back in the 70s and 80s, they had those after school specials. Well, nowadays you have movies that aren't really interested in being movies and not really interested in entertaining you. They'd rather be woke after school specials, okay? And so I always like to warn everybody about whether the movie I'm reviewing is a woke after school special, because if it is, then to skip it. All right, just not gonna do it. All right, I want to see a movie. I don't want to see an after school special. Now, is the campaign a woke after school special? Well, it's not woke, but it's shamelessly got a Democrats rule, Republicans drool theme smeared all over it, like the inside of a bathroom stall at the nastiest Taco Bell you've ever been to. Okay, Jay Roach, the director, Adam McKay, he's like one of the executive producers. Adam McKay, you probably know him. He directed Anchorman and Step Brothers and Vice and The Big Short, all these movies. And then the writers of this movie, so Jay Roach, Adam McKay, and all the writers of this movie, they all beat their meat to copies of The Atlantic, if that tells you anything right there. So, and then if you want to, and that's the thing, is that should be Exhibit A as far as what the style, the theming of this movie is again, if they're choking their chicken to copies of The Atlantic, that's all the evidence you need to let you know what kind of movie this is going to be, or what kind of political slant this movie is going to have right there. Now, hey, there's recovery on the menu. If you want to recover by seeing the antithesis of this movie afterwards, if you've watched this movie, you're like, oh my God, I feel like I've just been marinated in Democrat propaganda, right? If you want to recover from that, I'd check out the Babylon Bees movie that I reviewed last week. It's called January 6th, the most deadliest day. It might just be what the doctor ordered. I mean, a real doctor, not a pretend doctor like Jill Biden right there. But that's just my breakdown as far as whether the movie The Campaign is a woke after school special there. So, which it isn't, but it's got its own problems there, that is for sure. And real quick here, let me just take a couple minutes here to let you guys know that, hey, if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, if you're digging what I'm doing right now, and you're doing that enough to want to throw a little money my way, okay, a little cashola, some clams, some dinero, well, you most certainly can do that. And you can do that on Rumble in the form of a Rumble rant. And that gives you the chance to give me $1 or $2 or however much you want to throw my way, okay? And so in order to give me a Rumble rant, down by where you type in your live chat message, just got to click on the button that has a $sign on it, and it'll just ask you how much you want to donate to this guy right here. And that's all there is to it. Very easy. Now, if you're checking me out on YouTube, you can give me what's called a super chat. And the way you give me a super chat for a particular dollar amount is, again, down by where you type in your live chat. Just click on the button that has a $1 bill on it. And again, it's very easy. It'll just ask you how much you want to donate my way. And that's all there is to it, okay? And make sure to put a message in there, say hi, or, You're doing a terrible job. And for every super chat, every Rumble rant, I will take a nice big tug off of this bad boy right here. Okay, so absolutely, I'm a man of my word. But enough of me begging for money here. My final thoughts on the campaign, in case you haven't seen it, is you can see it, you can watch it. Just know going in that it's directed and written by a bunch of rabid Democrats. Okay. They don't hold back whatsoever. They are using this movie as like comedic catharsis against any Republicans that they know of or that are in their life that drive them absolutely crazy. Okay. Maybe they're like most Democrats. They just got they just got done getting their asses handed to them in a political debate because they don't have any facts to back up their side. All they have is, whatever ist or phobe word that comes to mind. And so they're kind of, they're picking up their face back up off the ground. They're feeling worthless. And so they need a little catharsis. Okay. And so I think like that happened with Jay Roach and Adam McKay and some other people involved with the campaign. And so they made the campaign as a little bit of I hate you, I hate you, Republicans, all that stuff right there. And so as long as you know that going into it, you'll be fine. And it does have some legitimate funny parts in the campaign. It's hilarious. It's pretty funny. So, but it's funny if you know what you're getting into. That is for sure. Let me check out the chat real quick. Oh, we got Channel 2 Action News right there with the $10 Rumble rant. Oh, man, look at you manning up right there with that testosterone-filled Rumble rant there, right there for $10. And Channel 2 Action News says, you had me at tug. There you go. The famous line from Jerry Maguire, right? You had me at tug. Well, hey, I'm a man who likes to tug. There we go. Just to back that up. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Not the best tug I've ever had in my life. Anyway, so moving on. But that was my final thoughts on the campaign right there. But again, as I always like to say, if you would, please, follow me on, Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, X. You can find me on all those locations under @Movies Merica. Okay, so, and as I always say, hey, if you follow me on any of those platforms, well, do yourself a favor and DM me on X under @Movies Merica and say that, hey, Van, I followed you on all these platforms. And if you do, then I will follow you back, okay? Because I want you to get something out of it too. When you follow me, I want you to get something out of it as well. And look at Lindy Rig 87 matching the $10 here that Channel 2 Action News put down there. A gauntlet was dropped, and Lindy Rig stepped up to the plate, manned up to the plate with $10 for his Rumble rant. And he says, tug it like Tubin. All right. Well, I already have. I must have been doing a pretty good job. You guys couldn't tell that I was tugging it like Tubin the whole time. All right. So, so yeah, time to tug it. Not like Tubin. Oh yeah, love it, love it, love it. It cracks me up on CNN because Tubin was working for CNN when he got fired for, beating his meat online there. And CNN, I remember earlier this week where the guy, Ryan Gradusky, he got fired from CNN because he told, the Hezbollah-loving talking head on the panel there, he said, hey, I hope your beeper doesn't go off right there. And CNN, got all high and mighty and judgmental. And I'm sorry you all had to see that. This Hezbollah-loving talking head was insulted by this guy insinuating that he was a member of Hezbollah. Oh my God, that's beyond the pale. We never stand for anything like that on this respectable channel. Respectable channel, you said. You had a guy beat his meat online in public, and then you hired him back. And so, yeah, Jeffrey Toobin is back on CNN, the very highly respectable beyond, above board CNN. So there you go. So I gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, all right. So we're coming down to it, everybody. Coming down to it here. But I just want to thank everybody for checking out the show today. Okay. And again, Whiskey Capitalist Podcast, election coverage coming on, I believe, at 5 Eastern on Tuesday. Right there. Join yours truly and a cavalcade of stars. Okay. Remember what was it? What is that? Hollywood Squares. There you go. My God, I'm having too many of these right here. I can't remember a famous show like Hollywood Squares. It's gonna be like Hollywood Squares back in the day. All right, it's gonna be celebrity-a-thon on the election coverage for the Whiskey Capitalist Podcast on Tuesday at 5 Eastern, I believe, right there. So I love it. And Liddy Ring 87, he'll even be popping into that stream as well. So there you go. That's just even more reason to tune in to the election coverage that day. All right. So, but gonna wrap it up here with what I always tell you guys: get out there, people. Those movies aren't gonna watch themselves. See ya.
Hey, everybody, don't leave yet. Okay? Hey, I got just enough time. I got the police after me, okay? And, oh man, they're gonna get me at any time. I got just enough time to ask you to like this video and also subscribe to this channel if you would, man. You'd be doing me a big favor, okay? And please make sure to like these videos or watch them and then like them, okay? That'd be great. And again, thanks for watching, okay? And subscribe to the Till Death Podcast Network and Movies Merica. I gotta go.